Yahushua Ba'Shem Rakakadash. Double honor to apostles and elders, a great millstone and rule well. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect, pushing the true doctrine across the four winds of earth and all truth and sincerity. And we're the Mississippi camp, once again, come out on the highways and byways, prophesying the downfall of America, you know, uplifting it and magnifying the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, and let you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans know that the Most High chosen people, man. And, you know, we're pushing prophecy, man, because we're living in the times where prophecy is being fulfilled, man. Prophecies are coming to pass. Hey, as it is written, man. Hey, the Lord pointed out things that's going to be occurring in the latter end. The Lord has pointed out through the scriptures in the latter end things that are going to be occurring, things that are going to be happening, man. You know, wars, rumors of wars, uprising of the peoples. You know what I'm saying? And one of the prophecies that come to pass that before the fall of every great kingdom, the Lord sent forth his apostles, man. You know, to prophesy the downfall of that particular kingdom, man. All right, so once again, the Lord has his prophets out in the forefront, man, making our bodies living sacrifice to the Spirit of Ba'Shem Yahushua, standing up, you know what I'm saying, boldly in the name of Ba'Shem Yahushua, prophesying the downfall of a wicked kingdom, man, who was ruled by Esau Edom, the so-called white man, okay? And we're going to continue to do that until the famine of the word comes about, man. You know, because, hey, it's ordered, man. The Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, has ordered us, you know, and the scripture says many are called, but few are chosen. And as of right now, man, hey, we've been called to do this work, man. And Abarakazah, you know, we will be chosen, man. You know what I'm saying? And our labors will not be in vain. Okay?
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such have afflicted.
Right, and who's the righteous man? Hey, it's the Lord's elect. Okay? And who's the face of those who have afflicted him, man? Okay? The so-called white man, the Edomites, and the heathen nations, man. You know, and the Lord has set forth his men to stand boldly to preach, I'm saying, to the face of these people, man. We're shaking our hands at the nobles.
And made no account of his labors.
Right, and we have net, hey, our account for our labors, man, the things that we have done, you know what I'm saying, the blood that has been shed on the backs of Israel building up this nation for Esau, and we don't have no account for that, man. We're like none and void, man. But the Lord has put the spirit on men to bring that to the forefront, to let the people know that we're the Most High chosen people, that Yahushua is coming back, man. Okay, and that there's a chosen line that the Lord is gonna, you know what I'm saying, magnify in his return.
Verse 2, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear.
Right, and the elder preacher Quiet had brought it out, man, and it stuck with me when a limo back in the day had pulled up on the apostles, man, and questioning them, how did they find out this information about the particular monies they had spent to try to keep this information hid. Okay, but you can't do nothing against the truth but for the truth, as the scripture says, man. So the Lord is revealing all things right now, man.
And shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all they look for.
Right, and they're troubled by seeing the prophets out here, man. Because when, hey, we're ambassadors of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, okay? As they're seeing the prophets out here laboring, doing this work, man, they know through the spirit that their end is coming, man. They know that their kingdom is going down. That's why they do so much to offset prophecy, man. They attempt to offset prophecy, man, regardless if it's, you know, GMO foods, abominable foods, transgenderism, you know, pushing that do as thou will spirit, you know, rap music, these movies, all these things they're doing, trying to offset prophecy by separating the Lord's people from their power, man. But the Lord had to reserve a remnant, which is his elect, man, to that would be, you know, steadfast in this truth, unmovable. Because a lot of our people, they're not gonna hearken to the words of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. They're not going to, you know, they're not gonna be taking this truth seriously, man, because at the end of the day, they really don't believe, man. You know, they have adopted this way of life, and it's engulfed in them, and they can't see past that, man. But the truth is gonna go forward regardless, man. The Lord said he's gonna laugh at these people calamity, man. That's because they're not taking this serious, man. So when that time comes, and that judgment be coming forth, man, people gonna start trying to call out to Jesus, man. But it's not gonna work because, first of all, his name is not Jesus. You know what I'm saying? His name is Yahweh Shai, who's the son of the Heavenly Father, man. And Yahweh Shai is our deliverer. He is to be. And Yahweh means he is, okay?
This is Rock. Chapter 5, verse 7, it said, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy superiority thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance.
And that's one thing about our people, man. They love to drag their feet, drag their knuckles, man. Okay? I'll do it today. We done seen on multiple occasions out here. Jacob come out here, listen to the word for a minute. He said he'll be back, you know, the following Friday when we're going to be laboring.
Same time?
Same time. Yeah, same time, man. Okay. That day never comes, man. But see, they keep putting it off. They keep putting it off. They keep putting it off. But the Lord said he's going to come like a thief in the night, man. We should be getting ready. You know what I'm saying? Be preparing ourselves. Be ready so we won't have to get ready. But our people, man, you know, the hard, stiff-necked people, as the scriptures say, man. But when that time comes, it's going to be too late, man. And the doors of mercy are closing, man. I mean, people have to be looking and paying attention to what's going on, the things that are happening. That's why the prophets preaching this word is so important. That's why getting understanding of these scriptures and breakdowns is so important, because you can relate that to the time that's coming, man.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. Yeah, verse 11 again, Ecclesiastes 8:11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. So in this setup, Yahweh Hashem Al-Shah gave us a grace period. Right? So with that being said, that's why we rehearse the righteous acts to the best of our abilities. Now 2/3 of our people, they're going to continue to do evil, although they see the prophets, as well as Esau that controls this whole setup. You know, so their mindset, okay, we get it how we live, and at the end of the day, once that judgment is pronounced, it's like they think they're going to get a phone call 2 hours before judgment. Hey, today is the day you need to get right. No, it's not going to happen like that. It's going to happen in people. It's going to happen such as like in the people of the night. You know what I'm saying?
And if I can just add,
Please.
they're getting a warning to us.
That's right.
You know, you've been getting warned for the past 60 years? 66 years? 60, I mean, I'm sorry, it started in 1969. Now it's 2023. So that's like 54 years. You know, so you've been getting warned for the past 54 years. If your preacher taught you anything, he would have taught you that the Most High's voice is through the sons of men. So the world has gotten a lot more darker, but everybody's driving past the prophets on the weekend. Everybody sees those signs on the weekend, those cardboard signs. Everybody at this point has heard of the Hebrew Israelites. We're not just here to celebrate our heritage. They started with the apostles of Great Millstone. We're to prophesy the downfall of this country. All right, bring our people back to their nationality. Tell them to repent from their sins. Because you're gonna die just like the inhabitants of Sodom. You're gonna die just like the pre-flood era. You know? Let's go, man.
Verse 12. Though a sinner do evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear the Most High, which fear before him.
No, we've had a grace period, man. All right? You've been given a grace period, man. I could, my math, if I'm not mistaken, that's 54 years. 69 to 2023. All right? You've been given a 54-year grace period. And speaking of a sinner sitting 100 times, it really doesn't matter what you've done when you're walking in darkness. But now you niggas have loathed Yahweh Shai's law. All right? Somebody get that? and the second Ezra, you loathe his law. You know? So you've been getting warned for 50 plus, half a century. And that's the metrics of the magnitude of judgment that's about to bestow you people, man. All right? Because sinning is a culture to you people. All right?
2 Ezra 9 and 11. And they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty.
And what was the liberty? From 1969 to 2023 and counting. That's the liberty. Like y'all was breaking down, you took that and you denounced your fear of Yahweh outside. Everybody had a fear of the Most High in the 50s, in the 60s, you know, especially the 50s on back. Even in the 90s, early 2000s, there was some type of fear. Now everybody's gay. You know, everybody's debaucherous. Everybody's full of adultery. You know, everybody evil niggas now. And that's just a result of the Most High doesn't exist in this place. When people deviate to their lower nature, that's a sign that there's a lack of God in the quote-unquote God. It's a godless kingdom. Right. But it's also a sign that the Most High is going to bring judgment. All right, you got it?
And when it, as a yet place of repentance was opened unto them
that 54 years,
understood not, but despised it.
Yep.
The same must know it after death by faith.
You're gonna learn about things, man. Like I said, you got basically all these cities in America are cities of Sodom. You know? You hold something, brother?
This book of St. John, chapter 15, verse 22. If I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not sinned. Yep. But now they have no cloak for their sin.
Because first you were ignorant. Like I said, you could have sinned 100,000 times before you got warned as an Israelite. But now you know better. And you told the Most High, I'm good because pleasure feels better. That's 2/3 of our people say, I'm good because pleasure feels better. Okay? Is there more to that, brother?
Yeah, just real quick, match up with Acts 17 and 30. And the times of this ignorance, the Most High winked at.
Yep.
But now commanded all men everywhere to repent.
Noah prophesied 120 years. You have to, and I encourage you, brothers and sisters, to watch on Amazon Prime the days of Noah before the flood. That's the most potent biblical documentary I've ever seen in my life. All right, days of Noah before the flood. Well, it was basically just a documentary. Well, yeah, it is different chapters. Yeah, you're right, brother. The one that probably makes the most sense is the one about the flood. You know, Esau never stays on point. But the one about the flood, man, that was dead on, man. All right? Because they went into it was very specific as to what was going on. And if you read in the scriptures, you know, been in this truth, you realize where they got it from. So after you get your scripture, can the brother get Romans, the 1st chapter in the New Living Translation? But there was a mindset and a behavior on the planet Earth before the flood that two people seem to have forgotten. Because all you niggas know about the time of Noah. All you niggas in space know about the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah. All right?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 26, verse 10. Let favor be shown to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. And I know that's going into Esau, but 2/3 of our people have adopted the ways of Esau, man, so they're riding that coattail. So those are benefits, that way of life, they just, you know what I'm saying, you can equate that to Jacob. They're doing the same thing. They have become their father, the devil, man.
And then it also says the righteous are more excellent than his neighbors, but the way of the wicked seduces them. Now, who's the wicked? Esau. What's his way? Westernization. Modern day Hellenization. And just like during the time of Greece, in the time of the Romans, it seduced our people. Going back to first Maccabees, second Maccabees, the Grecian way was popping. You know?
That was the way of life.
The Westernization, you can't separate an Israelite from Westernization. You can't make Israel. You can't de-Westernize a 2/3. You can't de-Westernize a nigga. You can't de-niggify a nigga. The only thing they can do is a missile. But go ahead, brother.
In the land of uprightness,
which is the land of Israel.
he would deal unjustly.
That's why you got liberals in Israel. You got alphabet gang in the land of Israel. Because you can't keep the laws as an Edomite. That's why I said the wicked are estranged for the womb. As soon as he born, they go astray, speaking lies. Estranged from what? The laws of Yahweh Shai, the ways of our forefathers from the land beyond. You know, the ways of Yahweh, he goes astray, speaking lies. That's why in the 1950s, going into the 1960s, you had these so-called psychologists and these so-called philosophers that basically pushed the propaganda that pushed the propaganda that the natural man is homosexual, that the natural man is a free spirit, to push an ungodly lifestyle. So the same era where Jacob was marching for their rights was the same era Esau was pushing an ungodly lifestyle.
He turned everything upside down.
That's how they seduce it on this side. Yeah, right when they talk about Black Lives Matter in a parallel way, they're talking about what? Alternative lifestyle. You can't. That's how you seduce it though. All right, but you did make a point.
Hey, that's what that BLM shit is for. To push that whole agenda.
Yep.
It never was about so-called black people. And just going back on your point, you know Adam taught, hey, Cain and Abel, both the law, statutes, and commandments. Cain still went astray. Yep. Just like Jacob and Esau. They received the law, statutes, and commandments from Isaac, and Esau still went astray.
They go because estranged, I would like to think means astray.
Yeah, got it.
You know, they go estranged from that Hebrew way.
Right.
All right? All right. Go ahead, please. You go ahead, brother.
This is Ecclesiastes 1:15. That which is crooked cannot be made straight, and that which is wanting cannot be numbered.
One thing I know about human nature, and one thing I've learned about the way of the world, you can't change someone or something's nature.
Hey, yo, hey, point blank period. The law, statutes, and commandments could not make Esau straight.
Yep.
The law, statutes, and commandments could not make Cain straight.
Because it says his vine is the vine of Sodom. Your DNA is estranged from righteousness. Not just physically, but spiritually and culturally. For example, when it said Cain was cursed with a mark, right? He had a physical appearance that was estranged from the way of man. So the Most High stripped him of melanin in his skin, he stripped him of melanin in his hair, and he stripped him of melanin in his eyes. But that was only a physical reflection of he being stripped of the right way inside. There was a token that this man is estranged from the way of the Most High. You know, because in a decolonized world, if you're walking around looking like an Edomite, you're the black sheep, ironically. So Esau's original appearance was a sign that this man is estranged from the natural way of the Most High. Go ahead.
Proverbs 3:33. The curse of the Lord Yahweh is in the house of the wicked, but he blessed the habitation of the just.
Yep. Hey, you can spot on that, brother.
Yeah, hey, the curse of, back in Proverbs 3:33, the curse of the Lord Yahweh is in the house of the wicked. What curse? Him losing that melanin.
Yeah.
That melanin. You know what I'm saying? But like you say, it started from a spiritual standpoint, and all it did was manifesting in the flesh.
Hey, going back to Isaiah 34, somebody holding on there.
And this is Psalm 58:3. The wicked are estranged from the womb.
Yep. Well, hey, an example of that was Jacob and Esau. And the Most High is so spiritually deep, even their wrestling in the womb was a spiritual representation of that contrary reaction was going to have with one another. And they told you that in 2nd Ezra's what? 6 and 7. How they wrestled in the womb. That's why we can't coexist. All right? Was that it on that, brother? The wicked are estranged. What are you estranged from? The ways of Yahweh Shai. That's why you have a philosophy of rebellion of Yahweh Shai. And it's very seductive. Because what does he call being estranged from the way of the Most High, or way of tradition? Progressionalism. Liberation. Science! Most scientists are atheists. But that's witchcraft. The name is witchcraft. Because you're saying that to deviate from the ways of the Most High is actually progressive. To accept the alternative lifestyle is actually you evolving. You're not stuck in your own ways. So his way seduces us, the righteous. Westernization, Satanism, it's seductive. You know?
That's another reason why he considered the basis of men, because that's the farthest you can be as a human away from the Most High.
Yep.
That's the farthest, nation that's away from the Most High. They the basis.
Yeah. The lowest, the most contrary. Because all the other nations, although they don't have the laws per se, they said they have some sense of a way about themselves that's really rooted in the scriptures. Right. They have some sense of, the natural way, man, woman, children, religion, the Eastern culture. But Esau was totally contrary to existence. His what do we say through the Spirit? His way is inconsistent with existence. It doesn't engender life. Go ahead.
You made that point because like Elon, I don't know if y'all know about Elon, but like where they dwell at, when you're walking through their doorpost, they have a red dot. That goes back to the heat when the Passover put the blood over the doorpost. So like you were saying, they have something that goes back to the scripture.
Yeah, but Esau and Israel, you ever ponder on why all the movements just so happens to push us further away from the word? Every movement in America, it's all type of financial crisis, income disparities, there's all type of crazy stuff going on in America. But the only movement you pushing is really for the 12 tribes to be further away from their power. Further in darkness, man. Are you
Isaiah 34. It's Isaiah 34 in NLT. And when my sword has finished its work in the heavens, it will fall upon Edom, the nation I have marked for destruction.
The nation have marked for destruction. Hey, that goes back to Romans 9, the vessel of wrath fitted for destruction. So you're a throwaway weapon. The Most High used you to punish the 12 tribes, all right, and be an example of wickedness, but he's going to discard you, man. All right?
I can read it now. Isaiah 34 and 5 in the KJV. For my sword shall be made in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon thy doom, and upon the people of my curse.
See, what they don't tell you, that there's a line that goes right back to the book of Genesis up to now. Like you have certain TV shows that you'll watch, right? Like certain cartoons or whatever it may be. The next episode has nothing to do with the last episode. Like say Family Guy or something like that. And you got certain TV shows, the last episode was a continuation from the episode before that. The next episode was a continuation. So what they don't tell you in the churches is that what we're experiencing now is a continuation of covenants that were made in the time of Genesis, or prophecies that was made in the book of Isaiah. The scriptures is a continuation of what happened 1,500 years ago. 2,000 years ago, 3,000 years ago, 4,000 years ago. All right? It's a continuation of the storyline, man. So Esau, pursuant to Genesis, the 4th chapter, he's still the people of the Most High's curse. No new things should be done on the side. All right?
This was Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary for Edom. And it says, Edom figures prevalently in the prophetic scriptures as the scene of great future judgment.
It's prophetic, so in prophecy, in the future. This man is on death row. Dead man walking. You gotta realize.
She is the only neighbor of the Israelites who was not given any promise of mercy from the Most High.
Because all the other nations, they're going to make it to the kingdom in the sense that they're going to be alive in the kingdom. They're going to be put in slavery for the 1,000 years of destruction of the kingdom. But they're not going to be deleted. But Esau, after his 1,000 years of slavery, he's going to be put off the planet Earth, right? All right? Yeah, the vessel of wrath fitted for destruction.
That's why he's so hard. Why I try to, do that NWO.
Yeah.
Are you trying to upset biblical prophecy?
That's right.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 50, starting verse 16. But unto the wicked the Most High saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, for that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth?
Yep.
Verse 17. Seest thou hatest instruction.
What's the instruction that you hate? The laws, statutes, and commandments. That's 612. There's 613 laws, statutes, and commandments. Just a little fun fact. The average pomegranate has about 613 seeds in it. You could Google it. The average pomegranate, you Google it before, The average pomegranate is called an aril. A-R-I-L. That's a pomegranate seed. But the average pomegranate, some have more, some have less. But it averages out at about 613. Representing the 613 laws, statutes, and commandments, man. All right? And you despise every last one of them. Yep.
Seeing thou hatest instructions and casting my words behind thee.
What was his words? The laws that was given to Moses, that was given to the 12 tribes. And an example of that, like the apostles would always break down in the court system. He'll make you swear on the Bible, but then turn it around and judge you off his penal system. You know? Yep, same thing. But the president doesn't make laws based on the scriptures. You know? This man is the epitome of wickedness, man. All right? He makes you an enemy to the earth and makes you dependent on him. I mean, he's just going to roll with the scriptures.
And if I can say this, it's almost like he mocked the Most High when he have you to swear on the Bible and do all that, because he's in a sense he's making it look like you're doing this in the name of the Lord. But then, like you say, then he'll override that with his law. You know what I'm saying?
And do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, but the truth will help you God?
Right.
Yeah, I do. He say, nah.
Right.
He's on the power, y'all. It's pretty loud for
It seems like he be trying to make Jake, he know Jake got that conscience about that Bible. He wants Jake to come in here and tell the truth. That's what I feel every time I went to court. They just start making you put your hand on there. Actually, I just be like, you know what I'm saying? You know, you gotta be wise as a certain people on Esau, so you ain't finna tell the truth. You got a ticket, so you trying to get out of it. But Esau, I feel like he used that against Jake. You know what I'm saying? Jake ain't too quick to get that Bible and swear on it and short line. Like.
Even Jake actually swears. Although you're not supposed to swear, he's like, oh, God, bro.
Yeah.
He wants you to blame, put this on God. You know, so Jake, he attached to the Most High. You know? But another form of disrespect to the Most High, Esau Edom. All right, go on, man.
Look at James chapter 2, verse 13. For he shall have judgment without mercy that have shown no mercy, and mercy rejoicing against judgment.
I think there was this movie called Twin Soldiers. It was the Commandos versus the Gorgonites. If you watch it, you'll see the spirit, the Gorgonites were the Israelites, and the Commandos were Esau Edom. But one of the Commandos' lines in the program was he would say, there will be no mercy. There will be no mercy. There will be no mercy. At the end of the movie, they had a war. Like how it says in Revelation 12, he has the dragon to go to war against that remnant of her seed to keep the laws. But the Commandos would always say, there will be no mercy. There should be no mercy. And what's the nature of Edom towards the 12 tribes? No mercy. So the 16 nights were really what? Going back to the Babylonians capturing us? But it was really fulfilled during Deuteronomy 28th chapter. There was a merciless captivity, man. All right? Oh, and I keep speaking on the southern kingdom, as though there's no northern kingdom. There's mass genocide of Gad, of Simeon, of Ephraim. That hate, that perpetual hatred. Of the Keystone, man. All right, you got it, bro.
This is Psalm 50:16. But unto the wicked, the Most High said, what have you to do to declare my statutes?
Yep.
For that you should take my covenant in your mouth.
Yep.
Verse 17.
Because in 1983, if I'm not mistaken, that was the year that was formed, the year of the Bible, the land of the Bible, something to that effect. The law of the land, but it was basically like of the Bible.
Right.
Yeah. You know?
Bible, he said the Bible should be the law of the land.
Oh, okay, come. So that was 1983.
I got an account for you. This is Matthew 14:1. At that time, Herod the Tetrarch heard the fame of Yahushua and said unto his servants, this is John the Baptist. He is risen from the dead, and therefore mighty works do show forth themselves in him. For Herod had laid hold on John and bound him and put him in prison for Herodias' sake, his brother Philip's wife. For John said unto him, it is not lawful for you to have her, because he was committing adultery. Right? Verse 17. Whereupon he promised with an oath to give her whatsoever she would ask, and she, being before instructed of her mother, said, give me here John Baptist's head in a charger. But the point was that basically when John the Baptist had actually confronted Herod for committing this act, what happened? He cast the words of Yahweh Hashem. He casted the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua behind his back.
Yep. Hey, the spirit, man. Like going back to the 60s, man, you've had a lot of psychologists and a lot of fake scientists commissioned to do all types of studies to basically get the nation away from traditionalism, man. And this is what you see right now in 2023 is a result of the blueprint for the New World Order, man. And like you said, they baited the 12 tribes in with civil rights. Yeah, and the counterintelligence program, which is like the brother broke down, the elder broke down, COINTELPRO. All right, that was used to infiltrate these different movements. Infiltrate these different movements when Jake was standing up, pursuing the Genesis 49, where it said Judah stood up, man. Jake had the afro with the beard. All right, they stood up. But then COINTELPRO, counterintelligence program, and different FBI agencies used to water them down. But parallel to that, Esau used those same movements to put us in a spirit of liberation. But not only were we quote unquote liberated, also you was liberated from the ways of the Most High. Like I said earlier, that's why it's no coincidence that when they speak about Black Lives Matter, in the same breath they speak about what? LGBTQ. That was a basic in to usher in the New World Order lifestyle to the 12 tribes, man. All right? And this is the new Sodom and Gomorrah. I'm sorry.
I'm going to say that devil.
Same as my home.
But yeah, like you're going into that devil. She's talking about COINTELPRO, that devil J. Edgar Hoover.
Yeah.
He played a major part, but he was way back there like in the 40s. From the 40s to like the 90s, you know, he played a major part. COINTELPRO, all these different organizations with Jake, man.
J. Edgar Hoover said there would never be another black Messiah unless we created one.
Yeah, he was a pope.
Oh, yeah, he was. He was, man. But you know what? Edomites, they all kind of like, not kind of, Edomites, they got that trait.
Yeah.
They got, even if they don't come out with it, they all got that Mo trait, man. You know?
Spartacus.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, those boy lovers.
Boy lovers.
You know? You got it, brother.
This is Habakkuk 2:15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him, and maketh him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness.
But that goes back to Revelation, the accuser of thy brethren. So Esau gave us a cult, and speaking of COINTELPRO, we dissected all those organizations that was going against his oppression. That's what he turned around and did. Black exploitation. That's when he introduced CN culture, which is called black culture. Started with exalting pimps, which is a whoremonger, exalting drug dealers, all right, and putting them in the movies, because the same cameraman that was filming the Black Panthers was the same directors to a lot of those black exploitation movies. He was used as an agent. But putting that bottle to us to drink was introducing to us an anti-the-Most High lifestyle, where you was glorifying the sinner. Like I said, Superfly, glorifying the sinner. Women's liberation, glorifying the sinner. All right? LGBTQ, glorifying the sinner. Drill music, glorifying the sinner. But then they go back on a priest level, on the sorcery, or what do you call it? Yeah, a priest level on the left hand. See Most High? Look at their wickedness. Because that bottle that you put it in the drink is that Satanism, that westernization, that sin culture. Read that again about the shop. And come about the shop.
This book of Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him, and maketh him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness.
Yeah. Because what's our nakedness? Us being in sin. Whoa, wait a minute. Adam and Eve. They looked and realized they was naked. Huh?
They got caught lacking.
They got caught lacking because they got their heritage stripped from them. Their culture, their way, man. All right, we are not black Americans. We're not African Americans. The 12 tribes are the Hebrew Israelites, starting with the so-called Negroes, West Indians, Native Americans, Hispanics, Latino Americans. We're all rooted back to Abraham. We all go back to our forefather Jacob, man. All right? And part of understanding who you are is part of understanding who you worship. You know?
So these laws, statutes, commandments, this is our cover. This is what covers us. This is what protects us. This is what shields us from anything, you know, put on that full armor of the Most High. This is our shield. Like I said, once we keep this is our knowledge, wisdom, and understanding amongst all the nations. And once we line up with these laws, statutes, commandments, it put the fear of the nations on us, because they see the spirit of the Most High on us, and it ain't nothing they able to do.
Hey, back in the and beautiful point. Speaking of walking in nakedness, doing a transatlantic slave trade, did we not come over here naked? So there was like a physical manifestation of why we came over here in the first place. We took our cultural clothing off and adopted the culture of the heathen. So part of that walk of shame, all right, was us coming over here butt naked in shackles. It was like a slut walk. That fraternity slut walk.
Right.
Like, is that badge of shame. Like that movie, that show, that story, The Scarlet Letter. The Scarlet Letter, the letter was red, and it was the A for adultery. The woman was accused of adultery. But in that particular village or that community, she had to wear a brand of shame. So in our homeland, we had a brand of, we had shame culture. So us coming over here butt naked in chains, that was our scarlet letter for that spiritual adultery against the Most High. All right, us walking in nakedness. But now Esau Edom has seduced us to stay into that same state that got us over here in the first place, because that's what deviated us from the Most High. All right?
It's Jeremiah 24, verse 9. I will deliver them to be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth with their hurts, to be a reproach and a proverb.
Now, then, how did they apply to them fake Jews? Be delivered to all the kingdoms of the earth. How do it doesn't. Con, it doesn't. You know? All right?
It says a taunt and a curse.
What's a tunt? If you look up that word tunt in the Hebrew of the Bible, it's actually a song of mockery. Any, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a nigger by his toe. That's called tunt. When you grab a stick and you poke somebody to agitation, you're taunting them. But he did it through his medium. The big eyes, the big lips, eating watermelon. Why would you do some shit like that? You're a grown man making cartoons. Why would you use your freak? Because it's part of the curses. That's taunting us. You know,
Blackface. They'll do the stage dancing, they'll leave them with the black face on.
That's taunting us. And not just with the so-called Negroes, but the Native Americans, the Hispanics, the Indians. Hey, you steal our land, and then you steal the gas land and Rubens land, then making Western shows where nigga, you the cowboy, you the hero, and they're the bad guy. So you know what I mean? They're the bad guy. But that's like a sequel. Because the prequel to the sequel was you stole the land in the first place.
And it wasn't,
go ahead, bro.
It wasn't by no coincidence that all those years on Thanksgiving would be the Cowboys and the Redskins.
Every year.
Every year.
Taunting us! Taunting! All right?
They push his car out from California, bottom,
New Mexico,
Texas. They push them all down into Mexico.
Just to have a wall posted, just to build a wall to say we gotta keep them on this side of the wall. Taunting you, man. Calling you an alien and an immigrant for attempting to come back to your country. That's called a taunt for you uppity, light-skinned, Spanish-speaking niggas that think you better than us, man. You know? Because they say in Texas, it's a car think he better than us.
Oh, yeah.
But that's a taunt, man.
In Florida, they had a restaurant called Illegal Burrito.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Come on, man. But that's called a tunt. Yeah. Hey, they're tunting us. Wetbacks. Even, but have y'all ever seen that movie? It was recommended by the apostles called Bamboozle. One of the Wayne brothers. But basically, he showed black culture. It is a modern day mystery show. And who owns the record labels? So when Jake degenerates himself, that's a modern day cool. It's a modern step to infection. Eve is a modern day whore. If you watch the movie, I'm gonna get back to the scriptures. You watch that movie Goodbye Uncle Tom. There was in a marketplace in New Orleans. And there was a particular room where they had the boys painted in like different paint, basically being entertainers. And they had underage Evites naked. And the cameraman was like, all right, don't shake your body, shake your ass. But basically, it was like a music video back then. Right. They were dancing and cooling to the music. So they engineered our culture for us to make mockery of ourselves. You know, that's a tunt. Every morning on WLBT, you the only criminal on earth. That's a tunt. Air all fucked up, water all fucked up, but you the only criminal on earth, man.
Commit the same crime as Esau,
yep.
but he get off with a slap on the wrist. You know, he'll probably get fired with, you know, with pay, suspended with pay. But Jake finna be fired, locked up, you know, get crazy years, man.
And a deeper thing too, to go along with that, Amaleks create the whole paradigm that put the image in everybody's mind that the 12 tribes are a problem on earth.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the biggest demon on earth is Amalek. You should say something, brother.
I got you.
Oh, you go ahead and get it.
So somebody else.
No, I don't
Shit,
say
everybody heard it.
Yeah. I was watching this guy on TikTok. The North King brother. He said the Mexicans, they mad that they were brainwashed so bad that every time they see a black person, like his grandmama see a black person, she'll like they criminal because of the white Spaniard brought them put them in the head for years. That documentation. He said, man, so I said, I'm going to my grandma, but they see a black person like he a criminal. But you know, he's like, man, that because of the white Spaniard within in their heads, now they look, you know, now some of them looking at it like who the fuck criminal.
I'm gonna say this: if you go back to what's the name of that movie, Planet of the Apes, hey, Caesar broke it down when he had that one stick and he broke it. But then when he had those sticks, you know, bundled together, he said, "Together we strong." So that's what Esau knows. When this house is finally united, there's nothing they can do about it.
And then you realize that's the MO of Esau when he colonized the world. When the beast took back over, he divided and conquered countries by creating a class system. And if you was a light-skinned Ethiopian, you was better than a dark-skinned Ethiopian. But that was one of his metrics. That was one of his formulas to divide and conquer those countries, man. Willie Lynch, he Willie Lynch the whole earth through class system. So if you're a northern kingdom and you look more like you're a conqueror by the rules of so-called white supremacy, you're higher in the class system, in the caste system, man. All right.
That spiritual advice just said, you know, how great fears follow upon them because their stick really, you know, look it over Ezekiel the 37th chapter. You know, I joined Ephraim, you know, Judah together.
But the stick was broken at first. Now it's because the northern and the southern kingdom are waking up to the fact that y'all gotta come in.
And that's also why he calls us the minority, to put it in your mind that you're small, you're weak, you know, you don't have enough to really come together.
And he even did that with the countries in South America. Brazil itself is 2/3 the size of the United States. But we didn't grow up thinking that. You think America the biggest country on earth, but them South American countries, they dominate America, man, this size, man. All right? You're still making a point, though, right? All right? Well, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
In Psalms chapter 137, starting at verse 1. By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down. Yea, we wept. We remember Zion. We hanged our hearts upon the willows in the midst thereof. For there they that carried us away captive required of us a song.
Yep, those Babylonians.
If you fast forward to like he was slave, you know, hey, we will. You know, swing low, sweet cherry, come and take us home.
Those Negro spirits. Showing you who we are. You got it, brother.
And they that wasted us required of us mirth, saying, sing us one of the songs of Zion.
Hey, we bring this out a lot of times. Y'all remember that movie, The 5 Heartbeats? You remember that when they got pulled over? And one of them, Mike Cox asked them, y'all The 5 Heartbeats? Once y'all seen this one of them songs? Right. And that was already in a humiliated state, looking at each other like, really? Like now? But they required them a song.
Right. Entertainment.
Yep.
He shows that in the 60s, like James Brown, our music was straight instruments and it was positive. Esau wanted that vibration, you know what I'm saying? Esau wanted that, you know, they required of us, even on the slave ships, they used to have us entertained. And, you know, who it was on the movie, the fiddler, what, you know, had you playing
12 Years a Slave.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
They are, well, you know, the modern day Babylonians done it also.
And then look, even throughout entertainment, that's like a song too. Right. The athleticism, the sports world, that's still a form of a song.
Right. That's that mirth, like I said, it requires us mirth.
Yep.
Without our entertainment, the whole world is bored.
Yep.
That's why America when they get Jake, they, you know that the music is one of the number one export of America. Our music, you know, they sell it across the world. You know, for entertainment, like you say, the sports, all of that.
Hey, then the thing about it is, going back to slavery, they still sharecrop Jake because they make so much money on broadcasting Jake worldwide. How much money does Jake get off his own marriage? Showing you that what's the hay gag where you have a hole in your pocket, or you labor and have no rest. That's not just for the blue collar Jakes. That's for the white collar, the entertainers. You know, that's for the athletes, the singers. Because statistically, they all go broke. You know, and for every $1 million you made for yourself, they made billions. You know.
They call LeBron James. They said Nike was making like $40 billion, and you know, and some of that go to LeBron James, right? So they probably get $1 billion of that, maybe $1 billion of that. So they're making $40 billion a year.
That's called sharecropping,
and they killing.
That's why I said the plowman should overtake the reaper. You're still an entertaining plowman.
I was gonna say on the flip side of that, they still, even though they got that money on paper, they can't go spend it.
That's it.
They got restrictions. If that was the case, all our community, they would be giving back to the communities and helping the people, you know, helping their own people come up out of the slum that we.
And what further proves your point, like LeBron, once he perished, he can't leave that money to his kids.
Right.
That's why if you notice he's trying to put his sons on, because they take their money back. See, for Jake, there's no such thing as what they call a generational wealth.
Right.
You know, because when you break that term down, it means race happiness. That comes in the kingdom of heaven, based on the curses. You know.
Yep.
He said, for there they, you want to read it up? For there, this Psalms 137 again. For there they carried us away, captive, and cried of us a song. And they that wasted us were proud of us mirth.
That happened during the Babylonian Empire. And you can fast forward to the Greek Empire, as well as when we came to America, or to the Americans.
You can even put it today, man, because what they do, they put these singers and rappers and stuff, they put their asses on their planes and carry their ass across the globe to what? Entertain for their benefits, man.
Right. Proud of us and something.
Yeah.
Sing us one of the songs of Zion.
Yeah.
And see, it's that same, like, even in the lower state we in there, when the Most High put that, changed Jacob's name to Yahshua, and he told him, the angel told him, look, you have power with the Most High and with man. And once that step was put on Jacob, we, even in our lower state, you know what I'm saying, we still had that power amongst, you know what I'm saying, amongst the nations now. Even in the lower state, we still make the world go right. Well, how much more when we get that, you know what I'm saying, we glorified in keeping these laws against the community.
Where's the scripture that says in Sirach, a man that is honored in poverty?
In 10, Sirach 10, I was thinking of that.
I want to get that in the spirit. You know,
because
because Jake's still beautiful, man.
Right.
You know, they got Jake out the hood at the Ruckers in them parts of New York and made an and one out of it. This Jake playing street ball. They got the and one documentary on Netflix. It's real good. But they got Jake out the hood playing and made money off of it, man. They got their home style in Beale Street, that Beale Street swag back in the 50s. Made Elvis out of it.
Hey,
you know?
And then the N1 Jakes, they didn't get nothing from it.
They got sharecropped.
They got sharecropped.
You know?
Harlem Globetrotters.
The Harlem Globetrotters. It ain't nothing but a song and merch.
That's it.
You know? All right?
And that's good. If I can add, and that's good. Because basically, once you get fucked like that, it makes you understand that you gotta get the fuck up out of here.
Even with the ice hockey, Gad started the whole ice hockey thing.
And you made no account of his labor because nobody attributes ice hockey to a Gadite. So, once again, we saw that covering bell, the covering cast, the covering bell put amongst obvious spaces where he get the what do you call it, the credit for everything that we did. And it feeds into the illusion of so-called white supremacy. All right?
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 10, starting at verse 30. The poor man is honored for his skill, and the rich man is honored for his riches.
And what's that movie, brother? Why Do Fools Fall in Love? That Jacob was singing. And kind of found out he was living this sweet shit.
Yeah. Was it Frankie?
But they showed that clip of the end, like that really happened. And you know, he was talking to an old girl, a woman, and she saw his living arrangement. He was like, damn, this nigga got it worse than me. You know?
And look how long Michael Jordan been retired. But they still honor him for that skill.
Yep.
And
But,
his
yeah.
shoes are still selling off the fucking records.
They still down over them shoes, man. But like you said, the poor man is honored for his skill. Especially in America where your skill is entertainment. You're still a guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Verse 31. He that is honored in poverty, how much more in riches?
Like you said, how and look, we in the kingdom. You got people doing drill routes in Europe because of what Jake doing over here in America. What Jake doing over here in Chicago. People are mimicking your prison culture. The state that we're in America is a form of prison. But you know how you got that clip where it's Jake, they got the old clothing line in prison, they're showcasing their clothes in prison. All right? America, but in America, Jake is a trendsetter in this prison. And the world is mimicking you. That's how honored you are. Jake, they were Nike in Saudi Arabia. All right, they got slain in different parts of Africa and Australia. Everybody's copying your energy, all right, but how much more in the kingdom? When you're not a nigga.
O Block in Chicago, that's considered like a tourist location now.
Yeah.
You know?
Ain't that something? Jake make everything cool. You know?
And he that is dishonorable in riches, how much more in poverty?
Esau.
Easy.
Because nobody likes you, E. That little apple thing you had back in the 50s, that's gone. Like, nobody wants to be a so-called white man anymore. So you've lost your honor, and that's a sign that you're almost out of here. But how much more despised you're going to be when you lose your kingdom? That's why it says in Isaiah 14, they that see you, sir, narrowly look upon you and say, is this the man that made the earth to tremble? You ever had a bully in high school where they were probably way more bigger and powerful than you? And then, like, I don't know, 15, 20 years later, it's like, damn, nigga, that's the nigga again. That's the bully me. You know what I'm saying? You didn't finish puberty and shit, you working out, you know what I mean? It's like, damn, he bullied me. Like, life bullied him, and now you see him, it's like, shit, nigga. So that's how we're going to look at the Esau Edom, man.
He become normal.
When he become normal, like when he lose that outrun shit aura, when he lose that, you know. Oh, you got it, brother. And the Most High is doing that now. This is Malachi 3 and 5. And I will come near to you to judge you, and I will be a swift witness against the sorcery, and against the adultery, and against the false swear.
False swear. And see, going back to the point, Esau being that bully, you see, these nations, they put up with Esau. Like, they really don't like this nigga, man. Because Esau's a grimy, deceitful nigga, man. Like, the world know that, but they know that nigga got that military, and that nigga controls them trade markets, man. All right? Because Esau can send one of them David destroyers over there and get busy with your ass overnight. You see? That's why these nations been putting up with them. But the Lord, even the playing fields, man. All right? And he done increased these nations' military capabilities, man. Just to deal with America, man. You see, just like when like the dominant teams in the NFL and NBA, all the other teams start what? Start drafting just to try to compete with that team that's dominant. You know, well, that's what the nations of the earth doing. They forming their military just to compete with America. They know they can't catch up with America aircraft. America just got way more than everybody else. So they started investing in what? The missile defense system to shoot the motherfucker down. You see? The whole earth is finna come against the great whole America, man. Thus said the Lord. What it says, what is that, Jeremiah? What you had one?
Go ahead, get your point.
This is Jeremiah 50 and 14. Yeah, finish that, yeah. You good, bro.
Paul swears, and against those that oppress the hireling in his wages.
Yeah, oppress the hireling in his wages, man. You know? Because this is a system that's based off oppression. And when you really go into it, like everything is meant to keep you in the state of depending on him. You know? Here it is, if you have some money saved in the bank, you know, let's say you have 50,000, well, you gotta keep paying taxes on that money. You know? You a millionaire, like you gotta pay taxes. That's why Esau go buy these paintings for $5 million That way he can have some liquid money, so they can't tax it anymore, man. Everything is built to keep you poor. Then you gotta explain to these niggas what you doing with your money. Go try to get $10,000 out the bank. You gotta do paperwork.
And it's not there.
Yeah.
That fucking money's not there. What they call it, fractional
Yeah.
banking.
Yeah.
Where the banking system only keeps for 10% of the money.
Yeah.
So what they do is they take your money and then they lend that shit off and then come back and charge triple usury on it. You know, and that's the same thing the Rothschilds did to, as well as become the most powerful family in the world.
It's like somebody tried to cash out you some money one time with a certain amount, and there was all type of options came up on Cash App I'd never seen before, man. You know? But this supposed to be our personal money. Here it is, you can work 70, 75 hours, but you still got to explain to this man what you doing with the money you work for him for. Like, goddamn. You know? That's why.
He tax you too.
Yeah.
You work so many overtime hours, you reach that certain bracket, he tax you more. You get a bonus, he tax you.
Yep. Yeah.
The widows and the fatherless.
Yep.
And that turned aside the stranger
Yep.
from his righteousness.
Yep. Stranger from his rights, man. Hey, because Esau, he wants to create a society of war control. That's why with the digital currency, the money gonna be programmable, man. You know, he can program the money to where it don't work outside a certain radius. Ain't gonna be no going to New Orleans on the weekend with your boo. All right, your money ain't gonna work past Brookhaven. Okay, so you're gonna cut out.
Digital currency.
Yeah. You know, you're gonna be through. Okay, go ahead.
All right. And fear not, fear not me, says the Lord of hosts.
Yep. Get that out there in life. I guess you got it.
This is Proverbs chapter 28, verse 8. We're reading the KJV and the NLT. He that by usury and unjust gain increases his substance,
Yep.
he should gather it for him that will pity the poor.
Yeah, he should gather to him that will pity the poor. Ultimately, it starts with your house shot. Because you go into Solomon, Solomon shared his inheritance with the nation. Esau doesn't, the least of Esau, they hoard up their inheritance, man. Okay? That's why even their people are suffering. But in the times of Solomon, it said every man dwelt under his own fig tree, man. How Israel was as the sand of the sea, making merry, man. You know? Silver was as the stones. I mean, the economy was spread out, man. Everybody was good, man. You see, but Esau doesn't do that. He hoards it up to the 1 percentile of the earth, man. You know?
This is verse 20, Proverbs 28 and 8 NLT.
Yeah.
Income from charging high interest rates will end up in the pocket of someone who is kind to the poor.
It's kind to the poor. And that's going to be how shall he spoils the earth. He's going to distribute it amongst his nation, man. The people that's at the bottom. That's what Yahweh Shai is coming to do, to put all his people on, man. You know, the elect that make it. Because that's why he got to get rid of niggas, because they still in this Edomite mind frame, man. You know? But for our people that's getting it, that's why scripture say the Redeemer is going to return to Zion for those that have turned from transgression, man.
We should even be receiving income taxes.
Yeah.
That's really supposed to go to these major corporations.
Yeah.
Like if I came in here a job for you, bro, I'm supposed to get paid that day on Sunday. You know.
Verse 9. He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer should be an abomination.
Yep. And you know, Esau in this society, like he's praying to Satan to keep this thing going, man. And that's why it's gonna get real bloody. See, Esau finna do like a big sacrifice to Satan. Like this nigga is like the least. They on some whole other shit, man. That's why it's gonna get real dark out here, man. And Esau want this thing to continue, man.
But you know what? And that's the spirit, because I think this is the year of the skull and bone.
Yeah.
What's that? 322.
So we turn around to 2023.
That's right. So 2023 is nothing but a reflection of for the year of the skull and bones.
Well, March is the year they worship that Mars, yeah, the god of war.
They show you World War III right there.
That's it.
There's two more. Whoso causes the righteous to go astray in an evil way, he shall fall himself into his
Esau
own
is
pit.
sister. Esau, and read that again.
Verse 10. Whoso causes the righteous to go astray.
So one example, just trying to get out the hoods. You know what I'm saying? They'll try to work a 9 to 5, but that's not work. And now with inflation, look at the crime rate. Jake finna go crazy, man. That inflation is nothing but a tool to keep our people further oppressed. So you mean to tell me inflation goes up, but your wages don't go up? He's literally wiping out the fucking middle class. And guess what? Guess what? Once the middle class is affected, the upper middle class is gonna be dragged down.
See, Esau uses
Oh, go ahead.
See, Esau used the scriptures on the left hand side, but just like in Proverbs 30. When I forget, it ain't Solomon, I forget who proverb that is, but he was going into give me neither poverty nor riches. You know, he's like, give me poverty, Lord, I will deny you and steal. See, Esau see that, and he impoverished a whole nation, and he know no matter how much integrity you had, eventually that survivor's mode gonna kick in, and you gonna do what you gotta do to survive. But Esau he always digging his pit for himself. You know, by going back to the scripture you brought out earlier, putting the bottle to his neighbor.
Oh, yes,
right.
And even these Edomites is being affected. I had read an article, like in Houston, you got people trying to buy and rent out chickens. You know what I'm saying? And pigs and things of that nature because they're trying to beat inflation. You got white women that no longer going to the salons because basically it's hitting their pockets. So now they're basically staying brunettes. So they won't have to continue to go to the salon over and over. So Esau is being affected.
Not when they move up. Imperial. Imperial. So he couldn't do nothing. He was through. I mean, some movies on Imperial.
Okay.
And
trying to do right.
Trying to do right.
Project.
That's why in these times, wisdom and knowledge is gonna be your stability, man. You know, all that money and that material things is nothing, man. It's all about having a stable mind of knowing what's going on. You know, understanding what's to come. That's what it's all about. Right.
And stability is one to faith. That's why the Most High is attacking brothers with their vehicles, with their houses, with their jobs, with their women, with their kids, because he's trying to destroy that spiritual attachment. You know? He's trying to fortify your mind and spirit.
Put you in that whole state of mind, put you in there what's really coming, man. Because what we going through now really, you know, we in the flesh, so it seems like something to us, but when you really think about it, it's really nothing to what's gonna happen, what's to come. Look at what the disciples went through, you know what I'm saying? The examples of what the disciples really went through, how they was getting persecuted. It's nothing what we really going through when you really handle, you know what I'm saying? After you go through, you look at it, after you calm down, because when you first get attacked, you'll be like, damn, you know what I'm saying? But then after you remember the scriptures and you calm down, you know what I'm saying? You might hit that bottle or something and make that flesh chill out, and then that spirit kick in, and then you be like, man, I was tripping, bro. What the hell? You know what I'm saying? Man, fuck everybody. Anybody, you know what I'm saying? You for real. Anybody who against the, you know what I'm saying? Anybody who against this, you tripping, your woman, man, fuck all y'all. But just to be real, man. Just get out, you know what I'm saying? Because we in the flesh, and you will get weak, you know what I'm saying? It'll start bothering. But then, once that spirit kick in, you like, man, this shit wasn't nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? You know?
Get that second Corinthians 2 and 23. You feel me?
No, you want them to get that first?
They're just gonna back over.
Go ahead.
The like you said, the scripture said we have resistance to blood.
Right, man.
He's telling me like, look, you know, y'all going through y'all affliction, y'all domestic problems, but y'all ain't resisting to blood yet, man. 2 Corinthians 11.
Now, this is the Most High. He trying to turn us into that. He trying to prepare us for what's to come, for real. Right, come. Make us to that stone like you have a shot, man, you know.
That argument with your woman, you think it's pretty bad, but they ain't gonna be shit compared with them UN troops kicking your door. You know, rushing you, throwing you down, getting ready to haul you off to a concentration camp. You know, that little argument, that shit ain't gonna be thought of no more.
Right, kids ain't listening, you know what I'm saying? See, it's everything just trying to, it's really Satan's desire to sift us as weakness, you know? But like how I told Peter, I pray that your faith fail him not. And when you convert it, strengthen thy brother. And that word strengthen goes to confirm the minds of the brother. So, because every brother going through something, you know what I'm saying? So, once you make it through what you went through, you talking to the brother, you like, bro, just keep, you know what I'm saying? The whole thing is just, we keep each other minds stable, man. We strengthen the minds of each other. That's what the video is for. You know, it's gonna get harder and harder. It's the intensity turning up. Cause it's getting closer to that, like I said, it's gonna be a great insurrection on those who fear the Lord. It's gonna be like mad men spurred none. So, you know, and then I know brothers in that spirit, you can see the spirits just jumping on, you know what I'm saying? It just might jump on your family, anybody around you, and they attack you, but you like, what the hell? What the hell what the hell is about? I done just done everything. What the fuck you on? Then once you think about the spirits, you like, bro, these spirits just be able to jump on people who ain't in the spirit, who ain't covered. You know what I'm saying? But once we understand it, you calm down. That's why the being of the Lord, we gonna be more, we being made more precious than fine gold.
You said silver, and that goes into inward agitation. So what Satan do is he'll attack your family members, trying to implant something in your mind to use you against you.
And it ain't that, so go ahead. And we might look at it like you wicked as hell, you gonna get destroyed. They still, you in your mind, you really, some of your, you don't want them to get destroyed, you know what I'm saying? But it just be it's the strength in you. The Lord, you know, because the Lord controlled it all anyway. Even when the spirits jump on them, the Lord's still controlling it. So he trying to bring something out of you in the end. You know, he trying to bring something out of us. And that's how you got to look at it, because see, we know the full story. So, like I said, once you sit back and analyze, you like, what the Lord trying to show me? He trying to show me where I'm weak at. You know what I'm saying? Look, you ain't weak in this area. You talking about how strong you are. As soon as you got attacked, you start moping, and you know what I'm saying? And we do. You know? You got it. You got it.
2 Corinthians chapter 11 to 23. Are they ministers of the anointing? I speak as a fool. I am mortal.
This is Apostle Paul speaking, you know, to the Corinthians. Now he's going to go through the rundown of, you know, the trials he went through. And like the elder getting into, man, like, it's a hard road ahead, man. You know, salvation, you got to think, this is the greatest reward that a man can ever get. So it's going to be, you know, a trial, man. It's going to be a fight. It's going to be a dog fight, man. Go ahead.
And then if I can say this real quick, that 144,000, if you gonna be on that high clay, gonna be the governing body, we got to go through it. We got the hardest thing to go through. You know, you can look at Jake and be like, there's a lot of Jake gonna make it. You think ain't gonna make it because they don't have to stand to the standard that if we that 144,000, the standard that we got to hold, we got to stand up to. So you just still like going to the scripture, brother read earlier. Mercy rejoices over judgment. Our job is to put judgment in the gate, right? But at the end of the day, we can't say they gonna make it or they not. You know what I'm saying? Which we can say what the scriptures say about wicked niggas. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's the Most High who already got it set up. You know, so that's why you still got to stay humble in the spirit and just catch yourself and make sure you walk in. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you examining yourself and judging yourself constantly. You know, you got it, bro. You got it.
In labors more abundant, in stripes above measure, in prisons more frequent.
In prisons more frequent. Like Paul was in and out of prison. He was bound up, you know, just for preaching the word. You see? Go ahead.
In deaths oft.
In deaths oft, go ahead.
Of the Jews 5 times received, I have 40 stripes save one.
Yeah, so he was beaten, you know, 3 times. 40 stripes save one. He was getting lashed for Yahweh shot. But going back to it, hey, he's one of them high-ranking spirits, man. He had to go through it. David had to go through it. You see? All the apostles that sit on them 12 thrones beside Yahweh shot, they had to go through it, man.
Yahweh shall tell the sons of thunder, they come.
Oh yeah, surely. And that's another thing, like Yahweh shot. A lot of times, that's why it's good to be familiar with the Gospels, because you'll know your situation is similar to what Yahweh was going through. They still give you that cup. Because like sometimes, like you said, you'll laugh at this shit like, damn, big bro got me. You know what I'm saying? Well, like you say, the thing is to stay calm in chaos. That's what Yahweh conditioned us to do, to stay calm when this shit get chaotic. You know, because, hey, we can't wrestle with flesh and blood because you ain't gonna get nowhere, man.
Right.
It's for us to overcome in the spirit. You know, certain people is meant to agitate you to build you up to a point then it's time to go to something else, man. You know?
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 2, starting verse 9.
This got to come out right here. You got it, bro.
I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich.
Y'all rich and see, we're rich in something that the world doesn't offer. That's in faith. You know? That's in trust. Like, that's going to be the currency of these times is faith, man. Just to have mercy. We're going to be rich in mercy as well, man. You see, the only thing that's going to matter is mercy when this thing collapses, man. You know, when things, you know, really get bad out here, man. Like you say, the riches that people have heaped up, you know, our people that's billionaires, 100 millionaires, and trending, and most screens this year, that shit ain't going to matter in the time of chaos, man. When the Lord open up judgment in this place, it's going to all be about mercy. That's what we want to be rich in, man. You know?
We're going to about, and also we're going to about riches profit not every day around.
Yep.
So it's all about that spiritual currency, it's your faith, that divine faith.
This is Romans 11:33. Oh, the depth of the riches, both of the wisdom and knowledge of the Most High, how unsearchable are his judgments and his ways past finding out.
Yeah, so the true riches, man, is really the relationship that we have with Yahweh Shah. That's the most valuable thing we can have right now, man, is to be a friend of the king, man. Okay, the king is to come, all right, after this kingdom, it put him down, man. You know?
Back in Revelation chapter 2, verse 9, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
Yeah, in that time they were talking about wicked Jacob, you know? But wisdom is manifold in this time, man. We're talking about them small hats, man. You know? Which they parade themselves, okay, to be us, man. Okay, and are not. All right? Go ahead.
Verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer.
Yep.
Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison,
Yep.
that ye may be tried.
Try it. Go ahead.
And ye shall have tribulation 10 days.
Yep.
But so like to be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life.
And see, we come to a time where we really gonna have to put our life in the hand of Yahweh Shah. Like we really just gonna have to step out there, man. You know? You're gonna have to step on water. You're gonna have to have that faith to walk on water, man. Like you gotta think about it now. You know, when you was out there on the cruise, you just jump out there, you know, from that water. Like, nah, it take a certain mindset to believe like that, man. You know?
And when you do it, you gotta be committed to it.
Yep.
Because you remember when Peter was walking, he was straight until he realized what he was doing.
Yep.
And it broke his faith.
You seen the storm around.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
This is Second Ezra chapter 16 verse 40.
Yeah.
Going back to what you said about not being attached to this world for what's to come.
Yeah.
It says, "O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to the battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth."
Even be as pilgrims on the earth, man. That's why, like what the Bible said earlier, the Lord is conditioning us not to be attached to these things, man. Because we're gonna have to move around, man. Okay, you're gonna have to leave that car, that house. Okay, you're gonna have to leave that situation, man. Jobs, okay, the salaries. You're gonna have to leave those things, man. You're gonna have to walk away, all right? Just like during the time of 70 AD, Yahweh Shah said, look, y'all see, Jerusalem, we ain't gonna pass. Don't take your ass back to the house trying to get no goddamn clothes. Jake, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know? Don't take your dumb ass back up there get no clothes, man. When folks come to see y'all, man. You know, just keep going. It's a lot of Jakes that they seen it. They had to go to Africa, man. You know? They had to flee.
Yeah, I said, don't read for me.
And we come with
Shit. He prophesied there 40 years prior to that event happening, man.
My suffering almost over.
Yeah.
Y'all just gonna get started. You know, go ahead.
He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away,
Yep.
and he that buyeth as one that will lose.
Yeah, so showing you that, hey, you know, you're gonna be doing our thing all the way up until that point. You know? And brothers got certain things going on, you know, whatever they got, brothers got businesses and, you know, different things, but guess what? It's gonna come a time where you're just gonna have to move, you have to leave it be, man. It don't matter if you just started. You know, had your business going for 3 months. You just started getting into the profit. You just learning how this shit work, you know. You got meetings and shit lined up like, nah, it's time to go. You know, this shit temporal, man.
Hey, can I bring this definition down? Look at this for pilgrim.
Yep.
This is a definition for pilgrim in the etymology dictionary. A person traveling to a holy place or seeking some miracle or spiritual benefit.
Woo, and we traveling to the holy place. You see? We really, because see, as what they call a pilgrimage, you going on a pilgrimage. You see, we really on a pilgrimage, we passing through. We just happen to be stopped in America for extended stop, man.
Hey, one person comes to mind. Second Ezra's.
Yep.
Traveling to that city.
Yep,
Call
yep.
one side.
Yep.
Yep. Comes to water.
Yep. It feels good.
He that occupy merchandise is he that have no profit by it.
Yep.
And he that buildeth is he that shall not dwell therein.
If I can add, you can't love it. Whatever you got, you can't love this shit. Everything is short term. You use it until it's time to basically get rid of it.
Everything is throwaway.
Everything is a throwaway.
He that reapeth soweth as if he should not reap. So also he that planteth the vineyard as he that shall not gather the grapes.
Yeah, so whatever we built in this temporal situation, man, it's gonna come a time we're gonna have to separate from it. We can't have no thought about it, man. You know, because that's who's gonna take the seed here. Everyone that's attached to those things, man. Because Esau's gonna cut you off, going to get back to the field. You're gonna have to take the seed here. You see? You got to buy down. He's setting up the infrastructure to where the only way you're gonna be able to do business, okay, and to be a part, okay, of his trade and commerce, you're gonna have to take the seed here, man. And everybody survives off buying and selling, man. No matter what you got going on, especially here in America, man. Everybody survives off some type of buying and selling, man.
That's why the scripture in Revelation 13 and 16, it documented all the social classes.
Yep.
Because that covers everybody.
Yep.
They that marry as they that should not get no children, and they that marry not as
If I can
children.
say, hey, this system will still be being exercised prior to the outside coming. You know, because you're going to have people that's going to give revelation for it. They're going to get that Quran. So people are going to sell out. You know, you're going to have some brothers that, hey, it's going to get too cold for them. You know, and Lord willing, that doesn't happen to none of us, but that's just a reality check. Look at the Jammy Jar. You know, we had cats from IURC took it. As soon as he received it, he said he felt the presence of the Most High. Leave him.
He chose side.
You know, that's it.
And therefore they that labor in vain.
They labor in vain. Hey, because you got people with all these 5-year plans, 10-year plans. It's vain, man. Okay? Everybody finna be subjugated to the prophecy, man. And what the Lord wants, man. And the Lord is fed up with this society, man. You're trying to prosper in a society that the Lord hates. No one even looks at it like that, man. People are trying to be established and prosper in a society that the Lord hates, man. You know? Get that, what that Psalm 73:20? You had one? Yeah. Okay. Get that Psalm 73:20.
You gotta use the word but not abuse it, man.
Yep. Like you say, you make moves while it's up and running, but we gonna know when it's time to go. You know, it ain't gonna be no question when it's time to let this shit go. Like, it's gonna be extremely obvious, man. You know?
Right, so we ain't saying let your family start, just shit everything. You know what I'm saying? Right, cause you know how Jake tried to
Yeah. You gotta do a disclaimer. Yeah. You gotta get Jake a disclaimer. As long as this place is up and functioning, and you don't need the corral to buy and sell, you know you gotta do what you gotta do. Alright? You had bills before the truth, man. Go ahead.
It's Matthew 6:19. To lay not up for yourselves treasures upon the earth, where moth and rust do corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal.
Yeah, because really what Esau, he finna just shut everybody's shit off, man. What you call the bank bail-in? Pretty much, they can just, they got bail-in. Yeah, well, they take your deposits. You know, but the bail-out is when you try to go get the money. But they got a bail-in where the bank can just say, look, we need this money to function. You know, Ain't no chili cheese, fat boy. Ain't gonna hit you with that. Yeah, the 401k, that's gonna be gone. Okay? So it don't matter, like you say, Jake, like you made the point earlier, Jake that's a billionaire, Dr. Dre can't go get $500 million out. They can't do that. But Esau can take it. You see? So they done heaped up all, because they spent their money, heaping that money in the bank, and Esau can take it, all right, in a twinkle of eyes. You know?
Eventually, Esau gonna get these niggas with the universal income.
Yep.
They're on the same plan.
It shows you that with Kanye.
Yep.
Kanye like, I'm worth $3 billion, but he was like, really I only got like 175 million in the bank. It's because everything just a contract.
What's up, brother?
A different contract. You know?
Hey, I like what y'all doing, man.
Appreciate it,
Appreciate
brother.
Appreciate it.
You got it, huh?
I can say this too, man. Esau gonna hit a lot of people sometimes where they just gonna hit a switch in certain places, and the bank gonna be like, well, our system is down. We can't get nobody no money. Cause where I'm from, man, it was like people was about to lose their damn minds because every bank, our system has shut down for about a couple hours, man, about 2 or 3 hours.
And it's been doing that in other, they already doing that in other countries now already. In certain countries they doing that in right now.
Yeah, they've done it already.
Make them blame it on cyber tech.
But they've been testing it over here, like you said. You know.
Yeah.
And watch how the crime rate go up that single day.
Because see the difference in America and all the other countries. America the most armed nation on the earth, man. There's more guns in America than it is people, man. You know, so America, you know what I'm saying, all the other nations, they citizens ain't allowed to have all this weaponry. That's why I tell you America's gonna go down by violence. Because even when they do come with this system, you'll have them Edomite militias fighting, they gonna have Jake, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody got guns. So that's why it's easy for them to run test runs on these other countries. You know what I'm saying? But they know when they do it to America, it's gonna come with straight military, man. It's gonna be, that's why it says one people should stand up to fight against another with swords in their hands. So it's gonna be a straight bloodbath.
That's what they're trying to get for America. Like the brother said, it's all about the guns. This is the whole thing about guns. Like with North Korea, South Korea, they had no fucking guns. They had no guns over there
I
at
think
all.
in Europe, the citizens ain't allowed to
You
have
get
guns.
poked over there.
Right, UK, wait, UK,
So
in China, you know what I'm saying? Right. You know, that's why they go around and beat the shit out their citizens, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Put lockdown. That's why even with the COVID lockdowns in America, it was a stipulation to it. Jake was still out, you know what I'm saying? They had curfew, Jake still out doing their thing, cause what you gonna do, you know what I'm saying? You know, Esau still doing their thing.
yeah.
And guess what Bobby said? He wanted that AR-15. He wanted that AR-15 off those 16.
When you think about it, Maine has over 300 and some registered hunters, not including the illegal hunters. So if you think about each state and their size,
What is it, 300,000?
300,000,
Okay.
yeah, 300,000, it's a lot. 300,000 registered hunters. So you think about Texas, how many hunters they have there, registered, not including illegal hunters and guns. So, like he's saying, America got the biggest army, you know, in the world.
They're gonna fight each other, Egyptian versus Egyptian. They get grimy out here because everybody already grimy. You know, they get over spirit. So, yeah.
But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust do corrupt, and where thieves do not break through and steal.
And the best investment we can make is in the life after this, man. The kingdom to come. Like this is an investment in the kingdom to come. That's the best thing we can do with our time and energy right now is to invest in the kingdom to come, man. You know? Like I say, yeah, you gotta maintain your situation while this place is up and running. Well, you can't get too carried away in it, man. You know, because it's temporal, man.
And then, go ahead.
I'm just going to say, just to add to it, just as the Most High, Yahushua told Peter, when Peter asked himself, well, you know, I've given up everything. I've given up my family, my house. What am I going to get? Yahushua told me, give you 100-fold. So that's our investment, you know, in the kingdom. You know, we get all of that back and 100 times.
Then in the kingdom of heaven, everything's everlasting.
Right.
Nothing breaks down.
Right.
You get a house here, again, 5 years later, fucking foundation shit. You buy a brand new dryer, the element gone.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But in the kingdom of heaven, everything will be everlasting.
Your woman want to leave you, bro. You gonna get real women in the kingdom. So let it go. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Everything will be showroom flow.
I have a ribbon on it. I want that red block.
Yeah, showroom flow.
He said, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
Yeah, so what you treasure, that's where your mind gonna be, man. You know?
Hey, that's why Satan attacks your mindset.
Oh, yeah.
You lose this, you lose that, because he knows that's where your mind is at.
Yeah. That's why you gotta have the helmet of salvation.
That's right.
Because you gotta guard your mind from this shit out here, man. And have your mind occupied in salvation, man. You know?
Yeah, you had mentioned how we looking for what's to come, man.
Oh, well, get that Psalm 73 and 20.
It's Psalm 73 and 20.
Yep.
As a dream when one awaketh. So, O Lord, when thou
It
awakest,
says, as a dream when one awaketh, so Lord, when thou awakest. Okay? Because why? When you sleep, then you're inactive. Okay? So the Most High is not sleep, that's symbolic talk. The Most High finna get active out here, man. And what he's gonna get active against, go ahead.
it said, when thou awakest, thou shalt despise their image.
If I say something about that dream, and you know some dreams when you wake up, what happened? You don't remember. You forget.
Yep.
So Esau's kingdom is going to be totally blotted out of our mind once we get into the kingdom of heaven.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep. He said, when thou awakest, O Lord, thou shalt despise their image. Okay? What is the main thing that's been going around since the Quran has been the topic? The image of the beast. How shall I despise this, man? The Heavenly Father, they despise how the earth is being ran. So why would you try to prosper, okay, and stay linked into a world that the Heavenly Father hates, man? You know, that's why I should say, don't the hand join the hand, the wicked should not go unpunished, man. All right? That's why the Spirit has detached us from this place, man.
The Most High steady be showing us your kids, stuff happen to your kids, your family, you know what I'm saying? All type of stuff be happening. He be trying to show you like, look, this ain't our rest, buddy. What you get comfortable here for, man? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Your kids get caught up in all type of wickedness. You know what I'm saying? Your family on drugs. You be like, man, this ain't the world. That's why I had to tell my daughter that, cause she already in that mindset. Like, she 17. She's like, Dad, I don't. She, you know, we it been a lot of death. She seen a lot of death in the family. She just like, she know this ain't. Like, I had to explain to her yesterday. I'm like, you right? This ain't this. We gonna see everybody again. It's gonna be for eternity. Nobody gonna die no more. You know what I'm saying? Brought peace to her. You know what I'm saying? She struggling. Her man like this shit ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? She know it. You know, I had to whoop her ass with certain shit she do, but then stuff will come out and I be listening to her. I be like, she in the right mind frame. You know what I'm saying? Just have to be. You have to get her understanding. You know, like I said, she got a little knowledge and wisdom, but she get the get an understanding of why it's like you got it. But she know, you know what I'm saying? You got it.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 21, starting at verse 1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from out of heaven. Just the book of Revelation, chapter 21, starting at verse 1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away.
And the new heaven and new earth, okay, the new heaven is speaking of the new rulership, which is going to be the elect of Israel, okay, under Yahweh Shah. The new earth, the earth is going to be refreshed, because the destruction, the missiles going to cleanse a lot of this pollution, man. The heat, there's going to be a lot of heat, like this going to be temperatures no one has ever experienced before. Hey, you see, Sodom and Gomorrah was just a small piece of land that the Lord did that to. He's going to do a whole country like this, man, America. So imagine the heat that's going to go forth in the earth, man. It's going to cleanse, man. It's going to bring the, it's going to refresh the soil. It's going to cleanse the water. It's going to cleanse the earth. Okay, the air. You see? So this is going to be like a new earth, man, a refreshed earth. This is the real great reset, man. Not this bullshit World Economic Forum talking about, man. You got it, bro.
And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem coming down from the Most High out of heaven,
Yep.
prepare as a bride adorned for her husband.
Yep.
And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of the Most High with men, and he would dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and the Most High himself shall be with them, and be their God.
Yeah, when we come out those chariots, we're gonna be changed. When we come on the earth, the Spirit of the Lord is gonna be within us. We're gonna be the temple. So no matter wherever a brother is, yes, the Spirit of the Lord is dwelling within that temple. No matter what a brother is on earth. Okay? The Spirit of the Lord is gonna be there. The presence of the Lord is gonna be there. Because we're gonna be made perfect in those new bodies. The Most High can dwell there. Okay? In this body, we just have, spurts. The Spirit be on us, man. Okay? But in the kingdom, it's going to be permanent like that.
Going into, like you said, like each brother can be like a version of Yahweh because Yahweh is the word. The law, statutes, and commandments is going to be put into our inward parts. So we're going to have it's like each brother going to be a version of Yahweh because he is the word.
That's him. We're going to be the word. That's why I said that we did that in Isaiah 61. And started at 1. We read that.
That's it.
You had something?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, get you.
Hey, this is 2 Peter 3:10. But the day of the Most High will come as a thief in the night, and which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise.
Yeah, a thief in the night. Okay, unexpected. Yeah, everybody earth is set up for their knockout punch. Everybody is pretty much in their own little world and distracted, man. Everybody is set up for that knockout punch out of nowhere, man. And that's how it's gonna be, a thief in the night. The chaos gonna come quick. And see, when the chaos hits, Yahweh not soon after. See, people, like right now, they caught up in the normalcy and chilling and, partying and bullshit. And then the chaos gonna hit. And then it's like, shit, that's gonna catch them off guard. But then they gonna be in the chaos trying to survive. Then World War III gonna kick off, and then Yahweh gonna be here. So it was like, damn, you see? It's because Jacob trouble is gonna be like that punch that you don't recover from. Okay? And while you daze, Yahweh coming. You see? Yeah. You're gonna be a thief in the night, go ahead.
Like you literally say, the Lord, he a man of war, and every good fighter, if he's stunning his opponent, he's not gonna give him a chance to recover. He's gonna always go ahead and take him out. The Lord is a man of war, so he is the most expert fighter.
Yeah, bro.
They say, and the elements shall melt with the fervent heat.
And the elements gonna melt with fervent heat. You see? The nukes gonna melt every element in America, man. That's why it's gonna be nothing but a desert. Every element gonna be melted, man. Okay, every model car. Niggas love to brag about cars. Okay, these big stadiums. Okay, these cities. Everything is gonna melt with fervent heat, man. Okay, read.
The earth also, and the worst therein, shall be burned up.
The works they're in. Okay? Your Hall of Fame records. You see?
Your Heisman.
Yeah, your Heisman trophy. Okay? All this silly shit, nigga, the Martin Luther King money, man, all this dumb shit. All this shit be melted, man. Okay? You got it, bro. You got that Isaiah. You got it.
Isaiah 61:1. The Spirit of the Lord power is upon me, because the Lord hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek.
Yeah, to preach good tidings unto the meek. This is good news, man. Okay? This is the good news, man. Now people love to march, okay, protest, get on social media and complain. Well, we telling you the good news, man. And the nigga that complained about the most that he saw evil. Okay, the injustices. Okay? But then when we tell you the good news, then look, this man has a limited time to be in power. We telling our people, no, we got a power. He looks like us, and he's for our behalf, man. Okay? That's the good news, man. Yeah, the end of suffering. We telling you this the end of suffering, man. We telling you the earth gonna be turned back to a paradise, man. Okay? Jake was crying about Obama, but we telling you about Yahushua, man. Okay?
Hey, and the thing about Obama, we ain't not fucking people.
Yeah.
And they crying about that. Sorry, motherfucker.
He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted.
You have to bind up the brokenhearted, the broken in mind. But this society has our people broken, man. Confused, defeated. You see? Go ahead.
To proclaim liberty to the captives.
To proclaim liberty to the captives, go ahead.
And the opening of the prison to them that are bound.
Open up the prison to them that are bound. Because our people are bound, okay, by what, man? The doctrines of the devil. Okay? Our people are bound by Christianity, street culture, feminism. They're bound by these things, man. They can't think outside of them, man. Niggas can't think outside the nigga box, man. Try to have a conversation with a nigga outside the nigga box, man. Okay? They can't do it. Yeah. This nigga woman, try to talk to her about building something, her being in order. She ain't built for that, man. Especially the new younger generation. You know? No, I'd be like, shh. The nigga woman in her 20s? What the hell what you finna do? You know? You see? You know? This is a Esau has imprisoned the minds of our people to the point that it made them worthless in the earth, man. But see, Yahushua has loosed the elect from these prisons, man. You see? That's why we don't think like we used to think, man. We became new creatures, man, in Yahushua. Because we were loose from a prison. Okay? We thought on a low level. We thought life was about just getting boxed and trying to get some money. Okay? We didn't know anything about running the earth. Okay? Righteousness. Okay? The legacy of our forefathers. You see? We had a very immature way of thinking, man. And that's another thing. Like Esau, he got our people in prison and it really stunt their growth. That's why, like you say, you can talk to a Jake in their 30s and 40s, and it's like you talking to somebody in junior high, man. The level they on, man.
Degenerate.
Yeah. They you know, a woman in her 30s, 20s, like you talking to a 9-year-old, man. You like, God damn. You know?
We just want to get the hell up out of here, man.
Yeah.
You got a precept verse back you up. This is John chapter 8, verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
And the truth is making us free, man. That's why you see brothers can grow now, because we ain't in those boxes. What they say, like if you put a fish in a little small aquarium, it only grows so big. If you put like in a small aquarium, if you take that same fish and you put it in a lake, all right, it's going to start back growing, you know, because it's an environment to grow. See, when Yahushua, we in an environment to grow now. We begin to grow as men, okay? We didn't get to grow as leaders, man. We done tap back into the frequency of our forefathers, man. Okay? That's why even like niggas with money, you got niggas that make 200,000 a year in their 50s and still eating chitlins, man. You know? Nigga make all this money, nigga old, but you still making these dumbass decisions, man. Cause they can't grow outside the nigga box, man. The nigga woman can't grow outside the nigga woman box, man. You see? That's why it was in Corinthians. You know, when I spake as a child, I think it's 13. Yeah, you go spake a child and she'll put up, you know. Let's go back to that Isaiah. You had something? No. Okay. Yeah.
It's Isaiah 61:2, to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord Yahweh,
Yep.
and the day of vengeance of our power.
The day of vengeance of our power. So there's a vengeance that the Lord still has in the earth, man. Okay? But remember, the Lord said you have war with Amalek from generation to generation. Because Esau, Edom, every time Esau comes into power, what happens? Wickedness multiplies. The earth becomes anti-Messiah. Okay? There's a vengeance for that. There's a penalty for that, man. And he's finna pay in this time. even what he did as the serpent. Let's get that in Revelation 12 and 7. Let's go ahead.
To comfort all that mourn.
Yep, go ahead.
To appoint unto them that mourn in Zion.
Yep.
To give unto them beauty for ashes.
To give them beauty for ashes, go ahead.
The oil of joy for mourning.
The oil of joy, and this is the word. This is why joy comes from, knowing that this place is finna be over with, man. You gotta think, the Most High set it up to where we gonna rejoice that this place is collapsing, man. Okay? When brothers hear about inflation, brothers be happy as hell. TV up loud, goddamn. Yeah.
That's around sound.
You know? And you hear bad news about this place, they get you going. You're like, hell yeah. You know?
Social
Yeah,
media, people making
yeah. You start going to see people reaction like this. Motherfucker.
Rejoice over her.
Yeah. Yeah, you holy apostles and prophets. You know? But the Lord got it set up. This the joy, this the oil of joy. You know? Hey, because like you got a good smelling oil, it cheer you up. Like you smell it, like dang. You know? Yeah.
keep smelling.
Yeah.
Can't get enough of it.
You see? This is how the word is. This is the oil of joy. You know? Go ahead.
The garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness.
Hey, the garment of praise, I cover him. You praising Yahweh Bashim Shai for what he's doing in the earth, man. You know? We know our power reigns, man. You see? We know that he's going to put a stop to wickedness, man. You see? Now we have on the garments of praise for our power. That's why we brothers out here for hours saying what our power going to do. What he's going to do in the earth, man. We're boasting in our power, man. That's our covering. You see? This is going back to earlier, we were working on getting that spiritual mark, that the Tawa in Ezekiel 9 and 4, that's going to have us exempt from judgment, man.
That they might be called trees of righteousness.
Trees of righteousness, go ahead.
The planting of the Lord, Yahweh.
The planting of the Lord, Yahweh. We're going to be established in righteousness, man, as a nation. Okay, when we come out those chairs, we're going to be planted in the earth in righteousness, man. Okay? And everything that comes off, all right, of that tree, because you have that with the family tree, everything that comes from that family tree of Israel is going to be righteous. Our scripture says, all thy people shall be righteous, man. Okay? Go ahead.
That he might be glorified.
That he might be glorified. What we said earlier. Every brother is going to be an extension of Yahweh Bashim Shai in the earth. So wherever the Israelite man is, the glory of the Lord is going to be there. And it's going to be shown by what? The wisdom that man has, the power that he has, the way that he's ordering things around him. That's going to be an example of how the Lord moves in the earth, man. Okay? It's just like we're going to, like El Kazak say, going to be many most highs, man. Well, Yahweh Shai being the most potent form of that, man. You see? You got that.
It's 1 Corinthians 13 and 11.
Yep.
When I was a child, I spake as a child.
Yep.
I understood as a child.
Yep. We was a child. Like when we first came to the truth, you know, we were very immature in the spirit. Okay? We didn't really understand what was going on. We didn't understand what we had just came into. Okay? We had faith. You know, we believed. You know? Pretty much we agreed with what was being said. And that started, you know, it started us to start making changes, man. And then as we start living and getting experience, okay, then we started to become, okay, mature, spiritually mature in the faith, man. And then as we get understanding and breakdowns came out and we started reading and lessons, listening to lessons and listening to the apostles, then we really start to understand what we're a part of, man. And this is really what we matured as men. Okay? This is what we became men. And that's why like the apostles, they like our spiritual fathers, man. You know? They matured us, man. Okay? We didn't have a standard according to the scriptures, man. And how to be men. But now we do. But now we operate in that standard. Go ahead.
I understood as a child, I thought as a child, but when I became a man, I put away childish things.
Yeah, and just like niggas today, man. Like you say, you have these grown men, all this money, and they on the phone. I mean, they on the with their money phones. Okay, nigga counting $1 million. Like, what you doing? You see? But there's like a child with resources. You see? Because niggas don't have no power. Okay? As an Israelite man, you should want some power in the earth, man. You can get the resources. When you got the power, you can just take some shit, man. How you think King David became what he was, man? He had the power. You got the power, you can just go take some shit. You ain't gotta drop an album, okay? Or start an at-home business or what, you know, tax fraud, whatever niggas into, running off from the plug. You ain't gotta do all that dumbass shit. You got real power, man.
Yeah, I people think that just having your own people else will teach you with power.
Yeah.
Like you said, King David, he had nations.
Yeah, like that nigga, Jay Prince Jr. Talking about some rappers gotta check in to him. You know? But like, even like that wicked nigga Charleston White say, Taylor Swift ain't gotta check in when she come to Houston. You know? Tom Cruise, they ain't gotta check in when they come to the niggas gotta check in to you. Jake think that's a child. You ruling over an impoverished nation. And niggas think that's something great. Nigga, you a child. You think Jake Prince should go to the UN building? No. Okay? They will snipe that nigga down. Alright? Just from 2 miles off. Who the fuck is this nigga? This country ass nigga, you know? But as an Israelite man, we should be obsessed with power, man. We want their raw power, man. Just the effect these nations have with like an American, what they call it, one of the warships, you know, one of the American battleships just pull up, the whole country gets shoot like shit, because they know some shit on them, you know? As a man, you should want that power. You hit the corner, the whole country like shit, you know? But that's how it was when David was in power. They were looking at David like, damn, he what? You say he where? Oh, shit, you know?
But the other nations heard his story. You know, Saul his 1,000, David his 10,000.
Yeah,
the other nations saying that.
Yeah, that was a real album.
Right.
You know? And they were killing heathens. They weren't killing other Israelites, man. They were killing heathens for righteousness' sake. You see? You the horn. You know? Nigga talking about the niggas he done killed in the same neighborhood. You done spent the night with the nigga when y'all were younger. You know, his mama done cooked for you. You done killed the nigga. You made a song about it, man. You know? Go ahead, bro.
It's Revelation chapter 12, verse 7.
Yep.
And there was war in heaven.
Yep.
Michael and his angel fought against the dragon.
Yep.
And the dragon fought against his angel.
See, now we're coming to the time of a clash. You see? The house of David being raised up. See, the house of David here to conquer, man. Okay? But that's why you see brothers in the more serious mind frame, man. Okay? Brothers locked in, man. We ain't time to play pity pat with you people, man. Okay? Go ahead.
Prevail not.
Prevail not. Only to what? The dragon and his angels, Esau, Edom. Okay, his military, they're going to prevail not, all right, against Yahweh Shah and the forces of heaven, man. Go ahead.
Neither was their place found any more in heaven.
And see, this is what we wait on, man. And this man is taking out of power. His place found no more in heaven. That means his rulership. What's that? Get that real quick, time on Luke 10 to 18. You see? Now we thinking as spiritual adults, man. You want the earth, man. Okay? We ain't got no AMG dreams, man. You know, you can afford one good, but shit, we ain't got it, shit, we ain't got it, goddamn.
Luke 10, 18.
Yeah.
And it's Luke 10 and 18. And it said to them, beheld Satan as slap. It's Luke 10 and 18. And it said to them, I beheld Satan as lightning falling from heaven.
He beheld Satan as lightning falling from heaven. We're seeing there was no place found for him in heaven. So Yahushua prophesying what he's coming back to do. He's going to be the one that's going to make Satan, which is Esau in the flesh, all right, Shaitan, he's going to make him fall from rulership like lightning. Yahushua going to take this man out of power quick. You see? We're going to be like one of them old Tyson fights, goddamn. You mess around, go get a beer, goddamn. It's over, goddamn. You watching the replays. That's how Yahushua going to do when he come back, man. You see? Go ahead.
Verse 19.
That was it.
And the great dragon, verse 9, and the great dragon was cast out.
Yep.
That old serpent.
That old serpent going back to the garden, showing that, hey, now it's the year of vengeance, man. Okay? Because in the garden, who was in the garden? Adam. Who was Adam? Yahushua. You see? But he fell in the garden. He fell to the way of sin through Eve. You see? But in this time, Adam gonna kill. He gonna triumph over the serpent, man. Okay, go ahead.
Called the devil.
Yep.
And Satan.
Called the devil, the deceiver, and Satan, Shaitan, the adversary. Go ahead.
Which deceived the whole world.
Which deceived the whole world. This man has everybody believing a lie. He has everyone believing a lie, man. He got people thinking that he's the chosen people. All right, he got people thinking that the Most High is an Edomite, Yahushua is an Edomite, the Apostle Edomites. Okay, he got us thinking we black and Latino and Native American. Okay, he got people thinking that everybody equal and the women are equal and women don't need no men. Like, he got everybody believing in lies, man. That's all this man has done in his power is lie. You know, and the scriptures say he would do that, man, that he would be loose from the prison to do what? Deceive the whole world.
And that's why I said in 2 Corinthians 4:4, God of this world had blinded the minds of them.
Get that.
And them.
The guys of, oh yeah.
The guys of this world.
Yeah. Verse
2 Corinthians 4:3.
Oh, yeah. And you get that verse 20 and 7. You know? It's the time that we coming into, man. It's time to get beyond this shit here. It's time to move on to something else, man. You know,
And it's 2 Corinthians 4:3.
yeah.
But if this gospel is hidden, it's hidden to them that are lost.
It's hid to them that are lost. The gospel is good news. And what are people lost in? Go ahead.
Verse 4. In whom the power of this world have blinded the minds of them that believe not.
The guys of this world have blinded the minds of them that believe not. Because a nigga can't see past the nigga box. Esau gave nigga that nigga box, gave the nigga woman her nigga box on what she should be and how she should think. Gave the nigga the way that he should think and how to be. Because either you gonna be a cool nigga trying to, get to the American dream, you gonna be this entrepreneur type nigga, you gonna be a street nigga, or you gonna be an athlete nigga, or you just gonna be a working nigga, or you just gonna be a nigga. Just a nigga just here. But it's all a category, it's all a prototype that Esau done made, man. The nigga woman, either you gonna be the little ratchet, gorilla nigga woman, okay, you gonna be the Gabriel Union, weird, trying to, still in the corporate nigga woman, okay? Or you just gonna be this crazy liberal, witch / lesbian nigga woman, yeah, all this crazy shit. But it's you gonna be in that box. You gonna be that independent nigga woman that got this particular career, but you gonna be a version of what Esau wants you to be. He's blinded you to think that this is the way. This is the prototype what I want you to be. You know?
You got going to surgery trying to make her body look like Camilla Harris.
So, oh yeah. Hey, Kamala Harris, like who do that? yeah, you see, you kind of stand like you're trying to look like Kim Kardashian, party or something, but Kamala Harris, her drunk ass,
Damn, Brady.
yeah, like, yeah, you just start working out out there like that. Yeah, god dang. But and then Kamala, we ain't seen that bitch in 2 years. Where the hell is she? What does she look like now? I just mean,
They don't even say her name.
yeah, god damn, Kamala Harris. Come on, man.
This is the light of the glory gospel of the Mashiach, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them.
You have the light of the glory and gospel of Yahweh Shemai. This is glory. This is the good news. This is what gives us a sight. That's why we can be able to laugh at you dumbass people, man. Okay? Not simple. How long you simple one gonna love simplicity, man? The hell you gonna have surgery to look like another motherfucker, man? Yeah. Like you say, idol worship. Okay? You just found out about Kamala 6 months ago, man. Come on, man. But that shows the simplicity of our people, man. And that's why the Lord just finna cut off a lot of our people out the earth, man. And that DNA has to be removed from the earth. You know? You got it, bro. Yeah, bro.
And he was,
Yeah, finish that, yeah. I had drugs.
he was,
Yeah.
he was cast out into the earth. And his angels were cast out with him.
That means he was promoted, okay, from that lofty position of rulership to servitude, man, to the earth. Okay, that's another thing. See, the Most High he's finna wow. Like, if this nigga in captivity, okay, Esau going into captivity, like, that's gonna be like a wow factor. Like, damn, this nigga's enslaved, he's in chains. This nigga's working, you know? People gonna be in awe. Is this the man? You know? Cause like we were talking about that on one break one time, like the Esau gonna be, see, we not even gonna see Esau like that. He gonna be in them jobs that he gonna be way in the mine somewhere. By the time the product make it to Jerusalem for building, it's probably gonna be Elam, you know, maybe Ishmael, Ammon, okay? But Esau just gonna be the one responsible for actually getting the material from the resources. You know? That's gonna be his job.
Human excavator.
Yeah, human excavators. You see? He gonna have a back-breaking job. You nigga, anything gonna be a torn ACL gonna be normal, goddamn. You know? This shit gonna be normal, nigga. Get to work. Okay?
You don't like the sun, now you gotta be in.
Yeah. Nigga, hey, this finna be bad for Esau. Like the Most High finna embarrass this man because he walked around with so much pride, strutting and shit. Most High finna embarrass that man in a position Esau finna be in the earth, man.
That son bad.
Yeah, that son gonna mess him up. He gonna have that cotton. You know he gonna have to pick cotton. And we're gonna go back to, because really, going back to wearing one fabric, then you got cotton, linen, and silk. You're really the main three fabrics that grow. Then you got the silk worm, and then cotton is a plant, and linen is a plant. You know? Those gonna be the main, three fabrics. So you got your different hides, you can wear, badger skin and stuff like that. But hey, we go back to those one fabrics, man. Hey, you're gonna need a lot of cotton, man. We better to pick on. Okay?
That son like that, they don't keep cancer.
Yeah. They gonna keep everything burned. Gonna hurt that nigga to sleep, man. That's what we talk about. You can imagine this nigga suffering all day, man.
Verse 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength in the kingdom of our God and the power of his Mashiach.
Yep, the power is anointed, the power is Yahweh Shai. Okay? And this is what we long for now. Everything else is just something to do till we get to this point, man. You see? We ain't caught up in this shit, man. Go ahead.
For the accuser of our brethren is cast down.
The accuser of our brethren is cast down. Okay? Because this man is always trying to paint an accusation against Jake. He's always trying to push accusation like we're not worthy of the birthright. That's what this man does. He accuses us to the Father, man. This is what the left hand is doing. That's why, hey, Howard Shot gave us the blueprint of how to remain blameless. That's why in certain corners of the club. You know? That's why the accusations that he's pushing out there stick. Okay, go ahead.
Which accused them before our power day and night.
Accused them day and night, man.
Like you said, who can lay any accusation? Like the Lord said, who can hold any charge against his elect?
Hey, get that in Romans 8. You had something?
I had the
No,
revelation.
you get it spirit, you get Romans 8:28.
Romans 8:28.
Yep.
It's Romans 8:28.
Yep.
And we know that all things work together for good to them that love the Most High.
All things work together for the good to them that love the Most High. You know, everything is working on the favor of the elect. Everything is working in our favor. You know, we're in a time where, hey, everything works against us. Now we're in a time where everything will work for us. Man. Esau, he was in a time where everything worked for him. Now it's going to work against him. Okay? The house of David is here to conquer, man, under Yahushua, man. That's why he raised up the house of David in these latter days, man. Okay? He's going to come, hey, we here to teach. That's the first part of the ministry, but then it's going to come a time to conquer, man. You know? And see, the teachers, they just want to argue back and forth all day. House of David not here to argue with you niggas, all right, for decades, man. Okay? There'll come a time where, just like the brother had the dream when he said he got to question the apostles when he got the truth sake. The apostles had left the house, you know. Hey, the both sides finna stop talking to niggas, man. You're gonna keep telling the same thing, the same breakdown. They've been breaking it down for decades. It's the same breakdown. The breakdown, has the breakdown changed? Revelation 13, same breakdown. Okay? Most sides finna have his men keep telling you the same goddamn thing, man. They gonna remove the prophets, and you just gonna start being busy. You just apply your doctrine. Apply your doctrine in the chaos. Apply that shit. That's what everybody gonna have to do. Alright? Well, that's what you believe. Bet. Alright? Let's put the prophets up. Now let's get active. Yeah. Now apply that shit.
Apply to the guys who you have chosen.
Yeah.
See what they say.
Yeah.
To them who are called according to his purpose,
To them that are called according to his purpose, go ahead.
for whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his son.
Yep, to be conformed to Yahushua. See, nothing can stop the elect men from being conformed to Yahushua. Okay? Yahushua is hands-on. That's why I say he's going to baptize us in the water and the fire. So that means he's going to engulf us in the understanding, which is the water. Then he's going to engulf us in affliction. So we can apply the water. Because how you put out fire? The water. So if he's going to engulf you in the water, okay, now let me dunk you in this fire. So hey, you got to put the fire out in the water. You know? And that's us being conformed to Yahushua. You know, because the Most High did Yahushua like that. He gave him the understanding, but then he put it through that affliction. You know? And he had to apply that water. You know? It wasn't easy. You know, it ain't easy, goddamn. You know, but it gotta be done. Go ahead.
That he might be the firstborn among many brethren.
Go ahead.
Moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also called.
When he predestinated, he also called.
And whom he called, them he also justified. And whom he justified, them he also glorified.
Going into the elect, because it was already set up in the spirit, set up before the world was even created, whom the Lord was going to have the word, the true doctrine, and to be saved in the end. You know, so no matter what Esau or anybody tried to do or whatever may be happening on the earth, the Lord has already ordained it in the spirit through Yahushua for these men to be sanctified and to be a part of the elect. You know, and it was without any interference of these men anyway, you know. It was not chosen or nothing that we came up and did or, you know, nothing like that.
What shall we then say to these things? If the Most High be for us, who can be against us? He that spared not his own son, but delivered him up for us all, how shall he not with him also freely give us all things?
Yeah, so in the same way that he delivered our shot, all right, for our sake, okay, the same power is going to glorify us with our shot like he glorified our shot. Certain group of spirits, man, and we just believe that, man. Because at the end of the day, ain't nothing we can do, all right, to be not the elect, ain't nothing we can do to be the elect, man. It's already written, man. You know, we just fight to stay in the spirit. You see? Yeah.
Who shall lay anything to the charge of the Most High's elect?
Yeah, no one can lay anything to our charge. You know, Esau, like I said, the accuser of our brethren. Okay, we're gonna have our own people come against us, man. But the elect is justified from on high, man. And that's the whole thing that matters. Being justified from on high. Go ahead.
It is the Most High that justifies.
The Most High. It is justified, man.
Done. With that, we'll be brothers and sisters edified. Once again, we want to give our honor and glory to
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashur, Kakodash.
Every other strike, elder apostles and elder bishops of great millstone who well. Peace and blessings, health and wonders, and out there with the elect. A Bible bomb! Shalom.
Shalom.